Arizona Cardinal fans, Eric and Brian, back in the Birdgang Ultimate Fan Cave here, coming at you. We took a few weeks off, and we're back ready. We're talking NFL playoffs, Brian, divisional round. You know, those Green Bay Packers are coming to town. We found out last week who we were playing. It's going to be exciting, is all I can say. I want to kind of welcome you back to the show. I know we've kind of had some off time. We've both done some running around and some stuff and been pretty busy with the holidays and stuff, so it's good to be back. Glad we're filming this show. Glad we got into the postseason so we can just keep this momentum right on rolling.
Yeah, I needed that bye week for a little extra rest, and it's good to be back filming and getting ready for a big game in a couple days here.
You know, I thought I was going to have a bye week myself, but I took off to Dallas and went and watched the FCS Division I championship, watched the NDSU Bison win their 5th championship in a row. I'll tell you, for a Division I school, it's pretty impressive football and stuff.
You might actually have to tell people what NDSU stands for. I'm not sure.
That is a North Dakota State University, and you might want to keep an eye on that, fans, because our next quarterback possibly could come out of there, Carson Wentz from NDSU. I know a lot of NFL teams are eyeing him right now. He's been compared to Carson Palmer from day one, so it looks pretty good. So let's reflect a little bit and talk back. You know, everybody's still harping on this our last loss at home and kind of how we went down to Seattle and we let them come in. And, you know, the more and more I sit back and analyze it, the game meant nothing. Really, it didn't. We couldn't, with Carolina winning in the long run, we couldn't have made ourselves any better. We couldn't have knocked Seattle any lower. It would have been a 14-win season compared to a 13-win season. You know, it would have been great, but you know what? I think if you watch the plays, and I watched the game over on replay, I mean, I think it's a little bit of that be a Jedi mind trick going on there. We showed Seattle nothing. The offense was bland. The defense really didn't blitz as much. I mean, what's your thoughts on it? I think the whole mindset was, all right, and BA's even come out and said it. Well, we decided on Monday that we weren't even going to try, you know, or something like that, similar to that. And that's my mindset. I mean, why show them something when you know you're possibly going to meet them somewhere down the road, and it could be the NFC Championship?
Yeah, I think we would have liked to beat them, but I think we went into the game saying, well, if we're going to beat them, we're going to beat them playing just with the vanilla offense and being really careful, because I know from what I gather, you know, BA said ahead of time that Carson was only going to play half the game. If the players are hearing that, obviously, you know, their mindset's probably that, you know, we're not coming to give it our all and
Sure. And you know, why risk injury? A lot of times, a lot of guys are like, why should I go 100% and you know, and risk getting hurt and stuff? And you know, it kind of played out. So it is what it is. My thoughts on that are, obviously, I think Seattle has the best chance to knock off Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And of course, I'd want that, and we'd want that. We win this week, and then again, we're hosting another NFC Championship game back at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's from a fan standpoint, you got to love the fact to be able to bring a game back home, NFC Championship, like when we had Philly here years ago. Yep. But I know a lot of fans talk about that they're a little nervous to see Seattle. But every team is a great team.
Right.
That's why they're in the playoffs.
Right. If you weren't a great team. My thoughts on that are, you know, we know what Seattle has. We faced them. We've game planned for them. We're 1-1. We split the season thing. Carolina, we haven't faced them, and I don't know if we're ready to face Cam Newton right now. You know?
The way I look at it is, if we're going to make it to the Super Bowl and have a chance to win the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter who we play. We got to win every game.
That's right.
So if we're the best team, then we shouldn't lose. So.
3-0. 3-0 is all you got to do, and we're hosting the Lombardi.
Yeah, it's coming down. It's getting close.
So we'll be right back in a second, and we'll talk a little bit Green Bay Packers that are going to be coming back. We're going to see them yet again for this game on Saturday evening.
In just a minute.
They're coming back to our house, and we put a whooping on them last time they were here. And I got something special planned that I picked up. My hair's going to be a little bit messy, but
messy.
We got something special in store for them Green Bay Packers when they roll in with all their cheese. I'm fixing to bring out the grater on them, and we're going to take those cheese heads down a notch, and we're going to have Taco Tuesday cheese for the rest of the year. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's a pretty impressive hat, I must say.
I know, and I'm just warning the fan that sits behind me. Sorry, I had to do it. So it's going to happen.
I'll tell you that the hat matches your hair, so
Yeah,
I
well,
think,
it's good. I was really surprised it fits. It's kind of a nice fit too, but it's kind of weird having it on your head. So
Yeah, no, it looks
it's
good.
I like it.
It'll be good
And maybe we could use it at tailgate, and we need a little extra cheese on whatever we're making out there. So.
on our burgers or whatever we're doing.
All right, so enough about my cheese head or my grater head, my cheese grater head. Let's talk Packers. What do you think? What do we got to look for? Or who do we got to stop? Who do we got to shut down?
Well, I mean, it would be nice if it was like the last game. I would love to be able to see that and just come out. We were fierce on defense, but their offense was clicking a little bit better. I don't think Washington quite has, a defense like any team in the playoffs right now. They're a little soft on D. So I think really it's hard to tell what type of team we're going to see.
Sure.
Green Bay. So Aaron really didn't look that good against Washington. He struggled early. I think we're going to see a lot of the same. I think without Jordy Nelson, and then I think it's their left tackle that they've had to swap out. I think they're struggling. Their running game hasn't been good up until this last week.
Yeah, I know on Tuesday I saw the team injury report that they have to put out and stuff, and they had about 12 guys listed on there, which really doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's a mind game most of the time anyway. So.
Yeah, we just have to pressure them. We just have to come out and pressure Green Bay's offense and make Aaron Rodgers, continue to watch instead of looking downfield where they go deep.
Right.
That's usually whenever they beat any team is when they can get behind the secondary. So as long as we could put some pressure on him, make him think about his throws early, getting rid of the ball, I think we'll be in good shape.
Sure.
I really have some good confidence playing against Green Bay.
Well, I definitely, we have the advantage being at home, so hopefully the crowd noise is there. I don't think as many Packers fans will invade as last time, the regular season game, because they didn't have a lot of time to plan to know they were coming to Arizona. So hopefully we don't have as lopsided of his crowd. But you know what? They really didn't play into a factor last game. We were way louder than them. I look at, as our offense is clicking, obviously Alex Okafor's out, and there's going to be some issues on defense, but I know guys are ready to step up. I spoke with, yesterday, I spoke with Marcus Golden, and he said, I'm ready, dog. He said, 110%. He said, the knee feels great. He goes, I wanted to play that last game against Seattle so bad. He says, but now looking back to it, I'm glad I sat out because I'm more than ready. And, he's bound and determined to get in there and gets a few sacks on Rodgers and maybe an interception or something, when he drops back into pass coverage. So we'll see.
Yeah, I figured he'll probably have a bigger role with Okafor being out. So, I know we haven't heard a lot about what's going on with his toe or whatever, but he wasn't.
I'm thinking it was a hoverboard accident myself.
Yeah. Let's hope it was something like that.
Everybody seems to be riding one of those things lately and getting hurt, and I think that's what it is. So.
Yeah, but I know he wasn't a big factor the last couple games, so maybe Marcus can get some more PT.
Marcus, Dwight Freeney, of course, Calais Campbell. That guy plays his heart and soul out every game.
And even Freeney. I mean, I think he's got 10 sacks on the season.
Yeah, he could
probably and he didn't even play the first 4 or 5 games. So
earn a few more $100,000 per sack. So
I guess he's got some motivation.
So, well, that's what we're looking at, and hopefully it's going to be a great matchup. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm excited about it, and then it leads on to we win there, and we'll be glued to the TV to see what goes on Sunday between Seattle and Carolina. That's going to be a fierce ball game too.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina has a great offense, and they've been playing hit and miss on defense. There's times they look really good, and I know they didn't look really good the last couple of games on defense when they lost to Atlanta, and then also should have lost that New York game. They gave up a lot of points, so we'll see. It's tough. I mean, any team, like I said, doesn't matter who we're going to play, they're going to be a tough challenge for us. All the teams are right now.
Yeah, I have to agree. So we'll be back in a second here, fans, and give you our final closing thoughts heading into the game on Saturday. All right, Cardinal fans, Eric and Brian, we're back in the fan cave with our closing thoughts. And if you just joined us, yes, that's a large cheese grater I have on my head. And I'm going to go ahead and switch hats back because this thing gets kind of unbearably hot when you're wearing it. So I don't know if you want to try that on or not, Brian, and don the cheese grater. But
I might try it on come Saturday.
Yeah, maybe we'll take turns. We'll see. Yeah. So we'll see how it works out. So In closing, fans, we got a couple things coming up. I know it's late. We're putting the show out there. Tomorrow morning, there's a fan rally. Most of you probably won't make it with the show going up late. It's starting 4:15 a.m. news out at the Pat Tillman statue at the University of Phoenix Stadium out there. We got Channel 5 News coming out to kick off the morning with the morning show. We're going to get some fans fired up. And then a little later in the day, we're heading over to Channel 12 down on Van Buren there, outside their studios. A little bit bigger pep rally. That's going from about 4 to 6. And then we're hosting, along with Pete and a couple of other super fans, we put together our own Birdgang Cardinals fan rally over at Marley's at Desert Ridge. So right off Tatum in the 101. That's going from 7 to 10. We'll be out there. Probably not going too hard. We don't want to end up on the IR to be out early for tailgating. I got to head to the airport because we invited a great fan, Cardinal fan, Michael Personi out of Dallas, Texas. Kind of surprised him. I went on his Facebook page today and he had a post. One of his friends like, "Where are you watching the game at, man? I know you can't not staying at home being such a big Cardinals fan." And all of a sudden, how I get my weird ideas. Obviously, the cheese grater head I had to have overnighted and stuff. So, I just put it out there to him. I said, "Hey, we got an extra ticket between us. I know this guy's a diehard." I said, "Get on a plane and come hang out with the Birdgang crew and we'll host you for this game." And he can't believe it. He's never been to a Cardinals playoff game, so he's coming. He's going to be representing full force. It's going to be fun. I told him he's got to buy all the beers, so be ready to drink, I guess.
Yeah, usually we are, so.
So, with that said, hopefully we come back. No predictions for score, Brian. We're not going to touch that. We just want to leave.
We're not predicting any scores.
We're just trying to get the W.
Yeah, I'd like to see them just as long as we're playing consistent.
Sure. And we're back. We'll be back next week, doing a show. Hopefully, we're talking about hosting the NFC Championship. If not, we're going to look to put together a local viewing party for the NFC Championship if the Cards are on the road in Carolina. I know we talked about going on that road game, but we're both looking to save up for the Super Bowl. That's our ultimate goal, so that's kind of expensive. We already got our hotel booked, our airfare, and rental car. We're just waiting on some tickets, so we're going to need to bring the show to Santa Clara. We're going to need some help with them tickets somehow down the line.
Tickets and results, and Cardinal results. So.
Tickets and results is what we're just waiting on, so. Hopefully, we'll be back and talking about the Seahawks coming into the nest for our revenge. I don't think there's a better way to end the season and send us to Super Bowl 50 than taking down the Seahawks in our own nest and moving on.
Yeah, it's fun to talk playoff football, but Green Bay is the focus.
I know. Green Bay is the focus. It's one game at a time, but I wanted to play out certain scenarios so we maximize it here at home, and it's just going to be exciting. The thrill is back, and I'm sure with all these rallies and stuff, and Saturday is just going to be very, very energetic out there tailgating. It's going to be so great to be inside that stadium. And hopefully you guys all remember we need to get that Rise Up Red Sea chant going. I like that. Yeah. That was very effective. We're one of the only teams I've ever been in the stadium where everybody just screams and yells. A defense chant, anything, but the Rise Up Red Sea is a fantastic chant, so hopefully fans get that going out there, and that's about it. I'm just kind of babbling right now. I'm excited about my hat I get to wear out there.
I think your grader graded your brain a little bit, so.
Well, we'll see about that. So for Eric and Brian and Birdgang Ultimate Fan Cave, Arizona Cardinal fans, we'll see you in the red zone.
In the red zone.
He's close. He's almost got it.